welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Home and Health with Head. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I'm hoping you guys are having a great week. I'm not sure when this video will actually post, but it is Mother's Day weekend coming up here, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and I hope you have such a blessed weekend. So I just want to pop on here just to let you know a little bit about a journey that I'm going to start soon, probably in the next week. I am going to be trying Zepbound GLP-1. To be honest, I can't believe that I'm actually saying that to you guys because I never ever would expect that I would have been trying out a GLP-1. But just a little bit of a backstory. If you haven't followed my channel, I have 3 children. I have a 16-year-old son, almost 15-year-old daughter, and then a 5-year-old son. For my older 2 kids, and all 3 are C-sections, not that it makes a big difference, but my older 2 kids though, after I had them, I lost the weight really easily after. I just followed Weight Watchers and it was really easy. Within, 5 or 6 months, I was back down to my pre-baby weight. And over the years, whenever I gained some weight, I always just did Weight Watchers and got right back down to it. So I am a health teacher, so I am really in the field. I have a master's degree in health education, and so that kind of helps me in 2 ways, right? So I keep up, I know my health is really important. And so I've always kept up on my blood work, and over the years, it's actually been really fine. So I wasn't too worried about it. But the last time I went for blood work, there were some numbers that were starting to get elevated that my doctor was starting to get a little worried about. So, and that had to do with my metabolic and lipid panels. So she actually thought that a GLP-1 may help some of that. And like I said, and I've said this before, I'm 5'9", so carrying an extra 30 pounds may look different on me than on other people. Other people have said to me, oh, you don't look much different. And I'm like, okay, well, I feel different, and it's because I'm 5'9", so my weight might be distributed a little bit better, whatever, because I'm taller. So anyway, so I'm going to be trying that in the next week or so. And I really would love for you guys to be on the journey with me. If you could comment below, if you've done a GLP-1, and I don't care if it's good, bad, I just want to know. I've been researching it some, because that's the other part. Yes, I'm in the health field, so I also I'm really aware of the risks, and also the lack of long-term data does bother me a lot. And I know some people say, well, they've been out longer than people actually have had the data on it. However, they haven't been out for 40, 50 years, right? I mean, we all know that doctors told people to smoke cigarettes. So with that being said, my doctor wants me to start on 2.5 milligrams of the Zepbound. So it's the name brand of the tirzepatide. And she wants me to just try and stay on the 2.5 the whole time and not move up to the 5 milligrams. And her idea behind that is that it would have less side effects, and be able to keep the weight off better afterwards, which I'm on board with that. And if she thinks it's going to work, I do trust her. But yeah, I wanted you guys to kind of be on the journey with me and see how it goes. I really make my videos to educate people about, taking power in your health, and without health, we have nothing. So as long as you are breathing and able-bodied, just do whatever you can to get out there and get your body moving, whether it's just going for a walk, whether it's lifting some weights or strength training, which I'm going to start trying to do more of that myself, especially in my 40s now. I am 42, so in my 40s now, strength training is actually even more important than running. A lot of doctors believe that running actually can increase your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone. You do not want that stress hormone to increase, because when cortisol levels go up, things like serotonin levels actually drop, which can make it harder to sleep at night. Fat loss is harder to occur, so we don't want those things either. And so I'm also going to share today just a couple of recipes that I've enjoyed making for my kids and for my husband, and just kind of staples that we use in the house every week to make sure that they're on hand. One thing I do always make sure to have is a huge, and obviously it's I don't have it right this second because we ate them all, but I always make sure, my mother always did this. And it was a big bowl of vegetables. So all she would do is on Sundays, she would cut up broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, sometimes celery, put it in a big bowl, and she'd put it in the fridge. And then when I come home from school, I'd feel like I was famished, and I would open up the fridge, and that's the first thing I would see. Okay, so here's my 2-ingredient dough. If you have self-rising flour on hand, then you can use that with the Greek yogurt. I don't, so I'm going to make it a 3-ingredient pizza dough, which is going to be the Greek yogurt, baking powder, and flour. And then I just spread it around into these little pizzas and add Rouse sauce. You can use any sauce you have at home and really any cheese you have at home, and they taste amazing, and my kids love them. I even cut them up and put them in their lunches, and they love every single bite of it. The other one I make is these bagels, and I just add the everything seasoning on top. And again, the kids love these, and they're filled with protein from the Greek yogurt. And then the other one that I make are these protein balls, which you guys have probably made these before. Like, they're called energy balls. There's so many different recipes that you can find online. I add some chia seeds to the peanut butter, honey, old-fashioned oats, and I buy organic for those, and then the peanut butter. And then I add raisins to my big batch, but my one son doesn't like raisins, so I took those out for his. But really, there's so many recipes you can find for those online, and you can add so many different things, and you can freeze them and make a huge batch and have them every week. So I just want to let you guys know that, and if you would love to follow my channel, just click subscribe down below, and please comment if you've ever tried a GLP-1. Maybe you're the same as me and you've done Weight Watchers in the past and it worked for you when you were younger, and now as you get older it's not working. Comment down below, subscribe, and I'm so glad you could join me. God bless.